Coffee Time friends, how y'all doing? It is National Cereal Day. Mama's already starting without us. You know, Mama don't wait on nobody. Anyway, it's National Cereal Day. How easy is that to come up with? I got my Lucky Charms right here. Mama's having some Honey Nut Cheerios right here. We already blessed it because somebody in a hurry. Mama, did you not eat today?
No, I've not had lunch.
Oh, well, you starved out. So, I'm going to go ahead and pour mine up. I like the Lucky Charms. Not because they're healthy, just because I like them. We're not sponsored by any of these people. We're just eating cereal tonight. Y'all ever just have cereal for supper? Yes, I'm sure you do. Everybody seems to just have cereal. Occasionally. Now, some of you teetotalers out there are going to say, I don't think cereal's for supper. I like it because it's quick and easy. And sometimes I just crave some good, crunchy cereal. So, I looked up some cereal stuff. The history, it was invented in 1863. Can you believe cereal's been around that long? By James Caleb Jackson. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. I thank you. Lucky Charms thanks you. And the bee thanks you. Just for today's meal. 1900s, the Kellogg's says they discovered how to make a flake out of corn. So him and his brother, he didn't tell his name, he just said his brother William Keith Kellogg made Frosted Flakes. But Tony didn't come around until 1950. So Tony's not that old. Quaker Oats came on the scene a few years later, about 10 years later, in 1910. In 1920 was Wheaties. 1930 was the Ralston Purina Company with Wheat Checks. I like Wheat Checks, especially at Christmas time. 1940 was Cheerios. So, Mama, your Cheerios has been around since 1940, but Honey Nut ain't. The 1970s, they went to fruit flavors such as the Monster cereal and Boo Berry. Y'all remember Boo Berry cereal? That was our era, 1970s, and they had all those flavored cereals. And there was other. Then in 2000, they came up with the Go Lean cereals, and that's what it said on the internet. So that was just a brief history of cereal today. I love Lucky Charms. What are you having, Mama?
Honey Nuts.
Mama says because they're heart healthy.
For your cholesterol.
Is that your favorite, Mama?
Yeah.
We've caught her with her mouth full. She was hungry.
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes your favorite?
I usually eat Frosted Flakes, Raisin Bran, or Honey Nut Cheerios.
I guess if I could only have one cereal for the rest of my life, it would be Frosted Flakes. But I love Lucky Charms. I love those little marshmallows.
What was that chocolate you used to eat?
Chocolate Rice Krispies. It turns your milk chocolate milk. It's delicious. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch too. Sometimes I'll buy that. I don't buy any of them all the time except Frosted Flakes and Cheerios and corn and Raisin Bran. Those are the three that we have here no matter what.
Yeah, that's my three.
And I like shredded mini wheats. What's your favorite cereal? I'm wanting something that don't know what. Hey, Pam, just get you some cereal. Tell your family it's National Cereal Day. And it is. So it's National Cereal Day. I like Golden Grams with chocolate syrup. Ooh, you put chocolate syrup and milk in it. Mine would be Fruit Loops. Linda, I like Fruit Loops occasionally too. I guess one of my favorites is Raisin Bran Crunch with a granola in it. But now just plain old Raisin Bran's pretty good. What else, Mama?
I can't think of all. I done told my 3.
What about hot cereals? Oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Number 1. Sometimes in the winter, we have oatmeal for supper. Oatmeal and
Cinnamon toast.
cinnamon toast. It's delicious. Put a little cream in your oatmeal or a little milk, a little cinnamon, sugar, butter. Try your best to make it as unhealthy as you possibly can. And it's good. But you can eat it and it could be healthy. We destroy that with some butter and some sugar. Frosted Flakes and Honey Nut Cheerios. Yes, Johnny, I like all that too. That would be 2 of my favorites. Let me ask y'all this. Do you ever eat certain cereals and it hurts the roof of your mouth? Like if you eat too much of it or you eat it and the next day you're like, roof of my mouth sore. I wonder why. Oh yeah, I ate that cereal yesterday. Sometimes Cheerios will do that.
I've never had that.
Mama. Well, does the roof of your mouth get Cheerios on them?
But it's never bothered.
It does mine sometimes. Do y'all have it? I love honey bunches of oats with cashews. Ooh, Joyce ain't tried that.
Yeah,
That's-
you've had honey bunches of oats. There's some in there now about.
She said with cashews.
Oh, with cashews, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never had it with cashews. I love Raisin Bran with granola. Yes, that's what I like. Raisin Bran Crunch, is that what's called? Love that. I agree, Michael. Almond milk is cereal, so makes cereal so good. And almond milk's okay. You can make almond milk at home. I like Captain Crunch, but does that too much mouth, so I don't eat it. It hurts your mouth. See, I told you some people's mouths gets hurt. Grits, no oatmeal. Mama don't like grits, Mary Sue. I like grits real well, and I like oatmeal too. I've had that with Cheerios. Yes, Sherry. See, Mama, they've had it too. Mama's like, I ain't never heard that before. I like cream of wheat in the winter. Michael, I haven't had cream of wheat. Mama must not like it. You don't like it?
No.
If Mama liked it, then we would have had it. But since we never had it,
My mama used to eat cream of wheat all the time. I don't like it or grits. I don't like that texture.
what's cream of wheat taste like?
I don't remember. I tried it when I was little. I ain't never tried it since I was grown up.
Did y'all hear that? Mama says she tried it when she was little and she ain't tried it since. I want to ask y'all, do y'all not think that the shooting star in Lucky Charms looks more like a pork chop? I mean, really. I see a pork chop. Does that mean because I'm just a fat country boy, or is that not look like a pork chop? I've always thought that. Now the shamrock, you can tell it's a shamrock. You can tell what it is. And the rainbow, you can tell. The purple horseshoe, you can tell. But now that shooting star, he looks more like a pork chop to me. Anybody else with me? I think it's a pork chop.
I don't eat that, but I don't ever.
Don't they look like pork chop, Mom?
And it don't look like a shooting star.
Pork chop. General Mills, I'm sorry. If you're watching, my apologies. I'm not making fun. I'm just making observations. I was in the store the other day and I saw these Lucky Charms and I thought, you don't need them. But I got them. And I may not buy another box for months, but they're good to have on hand anyway, Mama.
Yeah, to eat for National Cereal Day it is.
Mama's got her outfit on to go to her meeting tonight. Because somebody's going to say, Mama sure is fancy to eat cereal. You are awful sparkly, Mama.
No. So,
Have you ever put brown sugar instead of what in cereal? I have not in anything but oatmeal. You mean like in this kind of cereal? I don't ever add any sugar or anything to these cereals. But like you mean like cornflakes, if you want to put a little sugar, put brown sugar, that would be good. Cream of wheat when I was a little kid, Mary says back in the 40s and the 50s. Mama never did buy it.
Mommy ate it.
Mama ate it, but
Some of them at the house ate it, but not me.
Brenda says she don't make it real thick, Mama. Mix Lucky Charms and Raisin Bran. Ooh. Now, I do mix some cereals every once in a while. Especially if you're getting low or you got two different kinds. They're good when you mix them. Mama looks peach tonight. It's pink. She's in pink.
I'm sequins on her. Reflects every color in the rainbow.
Mama's in pink tonight. Don't hurt my feelings one bit to have cereal for supper. I like it for supper better than I do for breakfast, except the weekend. I don't really like to eat cereal and then go out and go to work. It's sweet.
We never did eat much cereal for breakfast.
I never did as a kid.
We never did.
About the only thing, I wouldn't eat breakfast as a kid. As a young kid. I would eat lunch at school. But I didn't eat breakfast. But when I did eat breakfast on the weekends, it was usually an egg and a piece of bacon or something. But as I got older, I started liking breakfast better. But when I was a kid, there wasn't nothing about breakfast I liked.
Your daddy never would eat breakfast much either till he got older.
And then when I got older, then I liked breakfast pretty good. I even like it at night. But even like gravy and biscuits, I would eat. I remember Mama used to make the little bitty biscuits for me. And she'd open it up, put a little gravy on it. And I would eat eggs and bacon, and then I might play around with the biscuit and the gravy with it. But then I like eggs and stuff better. I don't know what it is, but I never did like cereal much of the morning. And when we eat cereal here, it's usually at night, isn't it?
Not really.
Like if you've been out mowing or messing in the yard or working outside, you don't want something heavy, you don't want to cook, you don't want a lot of dishes. Grab a bowl of cereal. Sometimes, we'll mess around here and say, what do you want to eat? It don't matter. What do you want? Well, what do you want? Well, it don't matter. We must not be hungry. You want to just eat some cereal? Does your family have cereal for supper? My sister took me out to the Mexican early. Ooh, birthday, late lunch. Evelyn, is it your birthday? Everybody say happy birthday, Evelyn.
Happy birthday.
Evelyn, I hope it is your birthday since you went out for birthday lunch. My grandparents ate a bowl of cereal every night before bed. Miss Nola, that's a good supper. I miss the prizes in the cereal boxes. Well, I heard that on the radio this morning. They exchanged the prizes in the cereal boxes for that CR code. This one don't have a CR code.
That won't either at the same time.
Huh. No CR codes on these, no prizes either. But the little CR code, they said, no more clippings, scan your recipe. Oh, you scan your receipt in for your box tops now. Huh. There's a code on here where they say you can download games on your phone a lot of times. I don't know. I do remember as a child we would sit and read every word on the back of these boxes for breakfast. And whoever got the box, they were lucky. You know, you had to get the box in order to get the cereal, in order to read the thing. But we would read them, and they would have games on them. We would play them, and they would have a prize in them. And the prizes used to be pretty good. You could get little cars and little figurines and little different things. And then they started getting a little, like tattoos or flat paper or something real lightweight in there. And then they just went away.
That's why with Cracker Jacks, you used to get rings and different things.
Yeah, Cracker Jacks used to get prizes. You don't anymore.
Yeah, you do. You get a piece of paper with a little game or...
You get a little story, a little piece of paper, right?
I don't know what all they have now, but it's been that way for years.
But cereal is the thing of the day. I miss the prizes in cereal too. Let's see, I think you're froze up, folks.
Somebody was on...
Fixing a pot of potato soup. Well, Peg, that sounds good. Hi, John and Mama. Rain, and more rain here in Kansas. Oh, Tammy, I bet we're headed for it. Somebody said what?
Something about the prizes would fall to the bottom of the cereal.
You'd open them upside down?
And they'd open them upside down in order to get to the prize quicker.
We used to take the bag out and look for the prize. You can take these bags out, as y'all well know. And we would look and look for that prize. Why don't cereal companies, General Mills, I know you're out there listening to us, put a Ziploc bag top on these. We need a little Ziploc. It's not that hard. Cheese does it all the time. It'd just be easier if we had this little Ziploc on there. When my son was little, he picked his cereal out and what price was in it and what prizes was in it. Joanne, I used to do that too. I'd ask for some crazy cereal. Mama said, "What do you want that for?" Well, they did a commercial on it that said it had a prize in it. Cereal on Saturday morning as a child, every day, Joe, every morning. Every Saturday morning. Because you did that yourself. You go in, you get your cereal, pour your little milk in it. If you couldn't handle a whole gallon of milk, then your mama probably put you some in a quart jar till you could pour it out, or a pint jar. And you poured it on your cereal, you took it in the living room, got your favorite blanket, your pillow, you sat in the living room floor right in front of the TV, just close, like 3 feet away. And then somebody would come in at Ironton and say, "Get back from that TV, it'll make you go blind." And you'd scoot back 3 feet, and then you'd spend the next 10 minutes scooting back up to where you was. Just a fact of life, folks. And we watched Roadrunner, Foghorn Leghorn, Yosemite Sam, Popeye, the Flintstones, Yogi Bear, Woody Woodpecker. I'm trying to think of some of the ones that
Your favorite one was
Pink Panther.
Pink Panther and Roadrunners.
Roadrunners, that was my favorite.
And they don't have no talking in them.
And they don't have talking. I still ain't crazy about all the talking. But Pink Panther had that music. Do-dum, 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 do-dum. I don't own the rights to that. So Facebook don't be saying nothing because I was just doing a little imitation. I wasn't saying I had the rights to it. Hello from Iowa. Hey, Tina, fix tuna and noodle casserole. Tina, I would eat with you. Mama would not. No hot fish for her. Not like that. Not in tuna. I like tuna casserole. Mama don't. So very sorry. Oh, Rosemary, what's going on? She's answered somebody. Did you ever use powdered milk or canned milk? Or you didn't have whole milk? I don't remember powdered milk or canned milk.
I've had to use powdered milk growing up a lot.
You know, they make powdered buttermilk now. Cereal for dinner with almond milk. Is that what you're having, Wendy? Well, it's National Cereal Day. You're right on target. Hello from Dallas, Georgia. Excuse me. It's my spring allergies have kicked in. Love Cracker Jack prices. Yes. Robert, we all love those. And they were just, and you could get those magnifying glasses sometimes, and it's all kind of
Rings.
stuff.
Had a lot of people got engaged little with those Cracker Jack rings.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. Lainey, you think your Pink Panther was his favorite too? I love Pink Panther. Pepe Le Pew, yep. Tanya, I remember old Pepe chasing that poor old cat that got in that paint. Good evening, John and Mama from Oklahoma. Hey, Penny. I never liked powder milk. I don't remember it, Michael. Which I didn't drink a lot of milk. Always. I remember not drinking milk.
You drank milk when you was little all the time.
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk, white milk. You wouldn't drink pops.
I wouldn't drink pop, but I thought I wouldn't drink milk for a while. Seemed like that was a period in my life I didn't want no milk. Foghorn Leghorn. I love him, Brenda. Tom and Jerry. Yes, Sandra. But, you know, Tom and Jerry, I don't remember Tom and Jerry on Saturday morning. I remember Tom and Jerry at 4 o'clock in the evening when you come home from school. Was Tom and Jerry on Saturday morning, too? I guess he was.
They were.
They were. Tina says of the cereal. Hello from Fredericktown, Ohio. Well, hello, Albert. Remember $3 movies with the paper glasses. Doreen, I did go to a movie one time with them paper glasses. We have had our cereal today. I love Honey Nut Cheerios. And your husband loves cornflakes. And my granny loved just plain cornflakes, and she drank them. She ate them every morning and drank her coffee. And she had cornflakes every morning. We had it Saturday mornings, so Tom and Jerry was on Saturday mornings. Speed Buggy. Missy, I barely remember Speed Buggy, but I do remember Speed Buggy. Hi from Rincon, Georgia. Hey, Stephanie. I always loved chocolate milk. Angela, I did too. And I used to get it in stores. And I'd have it drunk. My mama's paid for more empty chocolate milk cartons in her life. Chip and Dale. I remember that, Diane. The little ground squirrels. Ground squirrels, little straps down their backs. Was that Chip and Dale? Oh, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Mary, I love Scooby-Doo.
I see it.
Hello from Rock Island, Tennessee. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Elon, I love Flintstones. Yabba dabba doo. Was allergic to regular milk as a baby. Wilda, was you? That's bad. Having sausage balls for supper. Well, that sounds good too. Catherine. Hey, Pat. My husband eats plain Cheerios. Mm-hmm. Now, I tell you what I like, is plain Cheerios or Honey Nut Cheerios, either one. Just put them in a little container and take them dry. For work, you can put them in a little Ziploc bag or a little container, and they're a great little snack, and you just sit and snack on them dry, and they're delicious and they're filling.
I eat more Honey Nut dry than I do with milk most of the time.
They are good dry.
Yeah.
I love Little Rascals. Now, Gail, those still come out occasionally.
Not the original one.
Not the original ones, Mama says. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Yes, Yolanda. I remember Casper every Saturday mornings. Heckle and Jekyll. I remember that too. You reminded me of so many.
That's the Two Crows.
The Two Crows, Heckle and Jekyll.
I'm pretty good at
Oh, and Patty the Jetsons. You know, last year was the Jetsons year. 2022, I believe.
all the stuff they had, we've got now.
No, we ain't got no flying cars. Ain't got no Rosie.
No, we ain't got a Rosie, but we've got Facebook and FaceTime and
we can talk on the TV now, or FaceTime. I love Cyril. Michelle, I do too. The Jetsons, I think, was supposed to be in 2022. I think is what I read. Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal over vanilla ice cream. Ooh, Karen, now you're getting creative. I like that. Good evening, John and Mama. Hello, Shirley. How are you? Jean, how are you? Chippendale or Chipmunks? Yes,
Chippendale
Jewel.
chipmunks, that's what
They're the Chipmunks. That's right. I was saying ground squirrels, but you know what? I think when I'm calling ground squirrels, the same thing, because that's what we call them here. Some little big ground squirrels that's got the white and the black.
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Those were chipmunks.
Uh-huh.
And they were Alvin, Simon, Theodore. When her writes none of that. You have to be so careful. You keep coming and going. Am I, Karen? I just went one time and come back on here. So if I'm coming and going more, I don't see it. Hello, John and Mama. Watching from Pennsylvania. Hey, Sharon. Mighty Mouse. Oh, Mary. Yes, Mighty Mouse. That was every evening, wasn't it?
I've come to save the day.
Yogi Bear. Hey, boo. Here I come to save the day. Hi from Australia. Hey,
Oh, wow.
hey, Marcia. You are. Let's see. It's 14 hours or so different. You're 14 hours ahead of us. Oh, it's late there.
She's on Wednesday.
Yeah, you didn't hit Wednesday. How's things in Wednesday, Marcia? I love the idea of Australia. That when they have their New Year, it's our we have to stay up late to see your New Year. Sylvester the cat and Tweety Bird. Oh, Robert, all those were great. And Granny. And Speedy Gonzales. And I mean, those were just some good old. And a lot of those old cartoons were set to classical music. So you were getting multicultural influences from different places, because a lot of the movements were set to classical music. Isn't that neat?
Bugs Bunny and what's up?
Bugs Bunny, yeah, Bugs. He was Adam Ant. I remember Adam Ant, Tina. I barely remember Adam the Ant. Casper the Friendly Ghost, Kim, yes. The Mouse and the Squirrel, and remember Natisha. I don't remember that one, Elizabeth.
Oh, what?
I can't remember that. Bugs Bunny, yeah, Rhonda, we love bugs. Bullwinkle, yes. I'll take y'all way back. Do you remember Captain Kangaroo every morning? Now, I remember him. He had to have been around in 72, 3, 4, right in there. And he had the Moose and Mr. Green Jeans. And there was another little puppet. The Moose and the Squirrel, was it? Or something. I remember the Moose. Catch for the Friendly Ghost.
It was
Rover.
Bullwinkle and Rocky J. Squirrel. Was together.
Bullwinkle and Rocky J. Squirrel, but on Captain Kangaroo there was a moose and something else that would pop up behind the counter.
You can tell I watched a lot of cartoons with you. 'Cause
I know, Mama, you're on top of them. Beep Beep Pro Runner, yes, Ray. Huckleberry Hound. I remember Huckleberry. And was it Deputy Dog, Droopy? Ellie, things like that. And Eeyore on Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin, Magic Mirror. Now those are younger than me, Peggy. I have about 10 chipmunks in my yard. Really, Tanya?
Wow.
I remember one year when I was a kid, they was running around here everywhere. But I've never seen them that plentiful again.
We always had outside dogs, the reason you didn't see a lot of them.
Oh, Sherry and Lamb Chop, yeah, I remember her. Love Captain Kangaroo, me too. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Does Mama make homemade hot chocolate? Yes, she does, Lena. Lena, it's delicious. She makes delicious homemade hot chocolate. I love the Waltons. Nancy, I still watch the Waltons. That's about the only thing I watch is the Waltons, Little House on the Prairie, and some of those older sitcoms that was back in the 70s. Do you remember Lamb Chops? Yes, I do. Dusky Do-Right. Dusky Do-Right. I do remember Dusky Do-Right. Oh, and I just thought of one. Hong Kong Phooey, and he was a dog, and he would jump out of his apartment into a dumpster, and he had a car in there. And he was a detective. Hong Kong Phooey. Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, I always love Curious George. Yes, Jerry, I do too. Yep, Captain Kangaroo, Bunny Rabbit, Puppet. Sherry, you're right. It was a rabbit, Moose and the Rabbit, wasn't it? Bunny Rabbit was on Captain Kangaroo. All right, Pamela. Yes. Okay, I remember now. I just remember that Moose. Doodly. I don't remember that one, Tanya. Howdy Doody. Oh, wow, Judy. That's Howdy Doody. I watch Howdy Doody all the time. And Mickey Mouse Club.
Annette and
Mr. Bunny Rabbit was on Captain Kangaroo. Thank you, Carolyn. Top Cat. I remember Top Cat. Hi from Ohio. Sky King and Fury.
yeah, that he
Yes,
drove the
love it,
airplane.
Cindy. The what?
He drove the airplane, rode in an airplane.
Who was that?
Sky King.
Sky King. I don't know. Does anyone remember Pink Panther cartoon Saturday morning? Yes, Betty. One of my favorites. Do you remember the Electric Company? Yes. We watched it every day. Was it at 2 o'clock? They'd say, "Hey, you guys." Do y'all, is that the one?
The Big Bird.
And y'all remember something? Function Junction or something? What's your function? There's something rolling around in my brain. It'll fall out in a minute.
Petticoat Junction, but not function.
No, this was this is something we watched at school. This was something we watched at school. And it was called Function Junction, was it, or something? It was a song. And it'd say, "What's your function?" And it would go through how you do English verbs and stuff. And then there was the bill. You remember the bill? I'm just a bill sitting on Capitol Hill. And it took us through the whole process of how a bill goes through Capitol Hill. Do you remember those songs? I'm not making that up. Some of you are like, he has lost it now. No, I really mean it. They were out there. Some of y'all back me up. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Reading Rainbow. Is that what I'm talking about, Lori? Sometimes I talk about stuff and I don't know what I'm talking about, and someone will tell me. Tom Traffic and Captain Kangaroo. Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, I remember Schoolhouse Rock. But now there was one, it was teaching you conjunctions, I guess. But it had a neat little tune to it. Petticoat Junction, I do remember that. Happy Clown, I don't remember that. What about Bozo the Clown? I remember Bozo. Thank you, Yvonne. For those stars. You totally remember Elsa? I do remember it. Yes, Schoolhouse Rock. I remember the bill. Oh, right, Shelley. Thank you. She remembers the bill sitting on Capitol Hill. I'm just a bill sitting. He was kind of depressed. But it was funny. He had a good little tune. I learned a lot from those songs. I did too, Lisa, because I could remember a song. I just couldn't remember all that other stuff. You remember, Deanna? I'm glad y'all do. Schoolhouse Rock is what Denise says. That's probably what it was. Barney and Friends. My granddaughter loved him. Oh, the Purple Dinosaur Barney. I was older when Barney came along. That was Schoolhouse Rock, Sandra said. All right. Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, you're telling me all now. Thank you all so much. I remember all of them, Pam Brown. Thank you. Mighty Mouse. Yes, I remember Mighty Mouse. There was all kinds of songs, and they would sing them, and then they would have a little demonstration how words come together. And And it was, I think it was function, conjunction. What's your function? Blah, blah, I don't know.
They didn't have that when I was in school.
What are you getting ready to do, Mama?
No bake cookies.
Oh, what are you making no bake cookies for, Mama?
I'm going to take them to my auntie.
Oh, you're no bake to go.
No bake to go, yeah.
All right, Mama, you gonna let them watch you make no bakes?
I'm going to watch them.
Y'all want to stay long enough to make watch Mama make no bakes, or y'all had enough? I didn't know she was gonna make no bakes, or we would put that in the title.
Sorry.
Do y'all want to watch no bakes?
I'm going to put
Hello from Cincinnati, Hago. Fraggle Rock, yes, that was when I was a little
2
older.
cups of sugar.
Mama's not waiting. We're gonna go ahead and watch her.
I'm just getting my stuff ready.
This is what she calls getting her stuff ready. So y'all see when we come on and she's half done, this is what she says, I'm just getting ready. Just like tonight, she started her bowl of cereal and I said, Mama, we'll go ahead and bless it because you're going to eat. Well, yeah, I'm going to eat. I said, well, we was going to talk about it, but. So
I have things to do. I can't.
we went ahead and blessed it. She ate and then I got the camera ready. Oh. Raising a 75-year-old.
I'm not 75 yet.
This is the year.
It's the year. But I'm not 75 yet.
My cereal's got soggy.
I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of cocoa. Hershey's cocoa. 2 cups of sugar and 3 tablespoons of sugar. I know. Backwards. 2 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa. Have I got it right this time? Get my spoon here.
How much oatmeal?
That's 2 cups of oatmeal.
I guess this is appropriate for tonight because it is National Cereal Day and this is cereal. Oatmeal is cereal. So, no bake cookies are cereal cookies.
Right here, I've got this out. You made it. I'm going to put in a half a cup of,
Boiled cookies is what these are called.
well, they're no basis.
No bake boiled cookies. 2 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Is that all it's got in it?
Uh-huh. And
2 cups of oatmeal, just 2 cups.
I measured it earlier.
1 teaspoon of vanilla.
And I usually put 2 tablespoons of butter in mine.
2 tablespoons of butter in it.
Yeah, and I put water in my cup to get my peanut butter out when I get ready to use it. And I measure the cup of oatmeal and the peanut butter and have it sitting waiting before I put it on the stove and cook it.
So 2 tablespoons of butter.
Uh-huh.
Two tablespoons.
Yeah.
Where do you add that?
On the end after you take it off the stove. That's when you add your peanut butter and your oatmeal. I usually add my butter and then my peanut butter, mix it good, and then I add my oatmeal, and then you're ready to spoon it out on wax paper.
Now, adding that butter at the end makes it nice and glossy and shiny.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives it a brighter color.
Keeps it from looking chalky. You know how chocolate will get kind of chalky? Adding those 2 tablespoons of butter at the end will make a difference.
Now what did I've got my
2 cups of sugar,
2 cups
3
of sugar,
tablespoons of cocoa,
and I've got my peanut butter and my oatmeal ready, and I usually put
2 tablespoons of vanilla. Teaspoons. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, not 2 anything. 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
I've got it ready here.
And when that cap is a teaspoon,
I'm gonna put,
You put it in here?
is it called for a sprinkle of salt? I usually put a sprinkle of salt in it.
Mix sugar, cocoa milk in a pan. Bring to a boil for 1 minute. Remove from heat and stir in peanut butter, oatmeal, and vanilla. Stir and mix well. Drop by the spoons on wax paper. Mama, this recipe, I'm just having to.
Well, I've done it so long, I know what I do, but hand me the milk down here, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I need a half a cup of milk. And this is just whole milk. It's just a half a cup of milk, ain't it?
Half cup of milk. Anything else you want me to put on this recipe?
No, I do it anyway.
Are you writing a recipe or following one?
I just fix it my way.
Do it my way.
And I mix the cocoa and sugar up to it.
And salt.
I do put a sprinkle of salt there,
And
right?
it's in there.
Yeah.
So you're just mixing all that together.
Yeah, and then I'm going to take it to the stove and I'm going to, this is a half a cup of milk, 4 ounces of milk. Keep stirring because when I bring it out, I'll have I've got my butter out, everything ready, because once you get it out off of cooking it for a minute,
Boiling for a minute.
yeah, you cook it, when it starts boiling good, rolling boil, then I start trying to leave them in it a little over.
Well, Lordy, how long does it take? You got to get it soupy before you start cooking?
No, I'll stir it on the stove. As it gets hot, the sugar dissolves more, and
Well, this is thinning out
I get one
with not even any heat.
The heat has to get it back to
Okay, that's pretty well mixed now, Mama.
Okay, now I've got everything ready. This is what you need to do, because once it comes off that burner, you can't play around those 30 minutes.
See, she's got her peanut butter. She's got her 2 tablespoons of that, and she's got her vanilla right here. See, you never know what you're going to get into here. You never know what we're going to end up doing. Lickety split. You never know what we're up to. We made a peach cobbler the other day. Didn't even plan on it. And Mama, I don't see any wax paper.
Well, I'm going to get it out of this a bit more.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to set this here so they can see.
Okay. All right.
We're not going to lay the wax paper down because somebody's fan will blow it away.
She puts a rag down, towel, because if you don't, the wax paper will melt under those hot cookies, and you'll have little circles on your counter. Even when you wipe it off, you can see it from an angle for a day or so if you don't really clean it.
You straighten it out.
So, you take your nice.
wonder how I had on an apron to stick cereal?
Well, I thought she was a messy cereal eater. You don't tell me these things, Mama. So there is the wax paper on a towel. And she'll drop them out. And then the bottom of the wax paper will melt on your countertop a little bit. So to keep it from doing that, you put a towel under it. I mean, you can get it off. Don't get too upset if you've already done it. But it will do that. For sure. I may get a cookie out of this deal. Who knows? Depends on what
If you get a cookie, it'll only be one.
Did you hear that? If you get a cookie, it'll only be one. Harsh.
I've got to take it with me.
She's taking it with her. Let's see what she's over here doing, because she'll have it half done before we get through.
I'm getting my 2
2 tablespoons.
of butter ready.
And I'll get a teaspoon of vanilla poured up in this here lid.
I thought of Richard. I ain't made him no baked cookies in a long time, Tony.
Well, you'll have to. That's the guy I work with. He come by the house one day. Mama thought he looked thin. So every time I was going to an office, are you going to that office today where he is? Yes, Mama, no, Mama, whichever it was. Well, I was going to make him some no-bake cookies. I said, well, you didn't offer to make me no-bake cookies. Well, he likes them, and I thought he might need it. She's worried. I'm not jealous. Don't look at me that way. Don't judge me. I was just saying, she didn't offer to make me none. I hope I get my one cookie out of this tonight.
You're such a sad little boy.
Well, tell them what you're doing over there now, Mama.
Old timey fashion way.
What are you doing, Mama?
I'm getting some water ready so I can time. I know I've got timers, but I automatically go.
This is how Mama times. She puts a cup of water in there and puts it on a minute. So when it starts,
It's starting to boil real good right now.
so she pushes her 30 seconds twice. Now that cereal got soggy. One minute is all you get. And if you know over 1 minute, it's too hard.
It's a little, if you cook it too long. Now, some recipes I've read, it says cook it for 2 minutes, but I don't never.
Don't you do it. I have tried to make this before. It's very complicated. For me, 1 minute, and then you take it up and you start stirring. There you go. Here she comes. It'll get too tough, and it'll set up too quick. And then it's rock hard. There she is. Look at that bubbling brew of chocolate.
It smells so good.
It does smell good. And then, look, it's boiling still. In goes 2 tablespoons of butter. 1 teaspoon of, well, half a cup of peanut.
Let me get that teaspoon in there.
A teaspoon of vanilla. Still boiling, folks. Still bubbling, boiling. Half a cup of peanut butter. And that'll melt quickly.
Put a little motion in your hand. Get a little faster.
Well, Mama, how fast do you want this stirred? Whew. How's that?
You're doing better. Good.
Well, she's wiping it all over the kettle. Look at this. I can't clean up after you too, Mama.
You'll have to. That's part of the job.
This is smelling so good. You got peanut butter and chocolate together. You're taking a long time, Mama. You gonna get this over here?
Have you got it stirred here?
Oh, if I got it stirred.
Let me get it.
I'm the only one working here.
I beg your pardon.
Stir in those 2 cups of oats. Mm-hmm.
Let's set it right there and we'll get to that paper thing. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what? Am I going to get the whole batch? Is that what you
Get
said?
the whole batch is sitting up.
There it sits there. I told you it's piddling around too much, Mama.
I know it.
You better get on it.
Hold it, please.
Ooh, I get that. I get all these little splatters. Deal?
Yeah.
Ooh, don't want to get splattered by them because it's like lava.
Is it warm?
I guess
I
it
bet
is.
it got it too. I did stay over at the sink too long.
You did. I told you. I ain't never seen you did that before.
Let me have my.
Give me another spoon and I'll help you.
I surely will. Do I need to set it on the burner a second?
I don't know, Mama. All I know is time is happening. That one's mine, but
It didn't turn out the best in the world. I've had it a lot better than this.
well, I ain't never seen it this thick. How did it get that thick? You piddled around at the stove or at the sink too long. Mamas, these usually are in perfect order, perfect lined up. I got a feeling, I don't know for sure.
I'm going to have to make another batch.
I got a feeling I get this whole batch.
Because that didn't turn out good.
And Mama will make a perfect one for her meeting. I didn't wish that on you, Mama. I really didn't.
I know you didn't.
But now that it's happened, we'll just have to live with the consequences, if you know what I mean.
I'll have to go another round.
I think we're going to get us another batch of these. Because these are thick. Now, what made them thick, Mama? The weather?
Well, I've probably let them cook just a hair too long. Or fiddled around over, like you said, too long.
You didn't get those oatmeals in there quick enough.
I know it. That's what was wrong.
See, they're not that glossy, shiny look. They're rougher. So if yours turns out like this, you'll know what you did. But these are still edible. It doesn't hurt the flavor. They just don't look as pretty. But, see, you can tell the first ones look a little better. I don't know what that mess right there is. I think she just sort of cleaned her spoon off.
Yeah.
Now these are still going to be very tasty.
Oh, they taste the same. It's just.
It just don't look as pretty and shiny. And it usually takes them a long time to get to this stage. As in, you're sitting here going, yep, they can, yeah, you can pull them up. Usually it takes a long time to get you to pick them up with a knife. And they smooth out real smooth like. Oh well, Mama, we'll just keep these.
Well, they want to hold around another 3 minutes. Another day.
Y'all want to stay for another? They may want to go, Mama. John, she did that so you could have a bunch of... No, Pam, she did not. I promise you.
I wouldn't do that.
She wouldn't do that. Yeah, I can already pick these up. And that's not normal. Because they're firm. No, she wouldn't have done that. She'd have walked right out here with a whole tray of cookies and said, here's your one cookie. She's strict. But she'll make some more. I've seen her make 2 batches before.
I've made 4 batches.
She's made 4 batches, she said.
At a time. So.
They never go to waste. Never go to waste. I see to it. These are my favorite cookies. These used to be my get home from school. Mama's got cookies made. Wasn't always chocolate chip cookies with us. Most of the time, it was some good old no-bake cookies. You can see they're still good, tender and soft, but they're not usually this crumbly. She's over there working on another batch right now. Now, when we get through, she'll say, I was trying to show on that camera, and you had me confused.
No.
It was your fault. Won't you, Mom?
No, it won't be your
Oh, you ain't gonna blame me?
fault. No, I wouldn't blame you for nothing in the world.
Oh, now she's just being sarcastic. Did you hear what she said? I wouldn't blame you for nothing in the world. You all know different. Mama, what about peanut butter? What'd you do with it? I'm trying to make room for the successful batch.
Well, I could have got a plain piece of paper. Here, if you'll put me a half a cup of peanut butter and measure my flavoring back out again.
You just reckon that what caused this mess is me measuring out that flavor?
No, I wouldn't say that at all.
She said she wouldn't say it at the time.
Because it's starting to boil some.
It's starting to boil, which means we got 1 minute to countdown. Just 1 minute. See how that wax paper is sticking to that towel just a little bit? That's what it does.
So I get the peanut butter ready.
You can reuse your wax paper. And I guess we will, since it's here. But I'm ready, Mama. Let me open up fresh peanut butter. Maybe it was old peanut butter that caused it. It ain't old. Okay. Peanut butter going into this half cup measure. The weather does matter on these cookies. Yeah, but our weather is dry today. So I don't think that was it. Boy, it sure is boiling a lot, Mama.
Well, it was boiling hard.
Go ahead and put the vanilla.
Yeah.
1 teaspoon of vanilla. 2 tablespoons of butter. I've seen Mama make 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 of these batches, taking them for church. But they all turned out great. Peanut butter and butter. Mama ain't going nowhere. Watch her this time. Mama, get on there. Go, she just ran off again.
You talked too soon.
She ran off. That's what happened last time, Mama, remember?
Mm-hmm.
It's calmed down a little quicker this time.
The butter is cold. All that other is cold too. Let's push it out.
2 cups of cereal.
Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, I think I can do it.
Better hurry, Mama. These are already looking more like it.
Yeah. I was getting that dry oatmeal off of my spoon. I don't want it to show.
These are looking ready. You can make little bites of these. You have to hurry. If you have a helper, it's better. But you can make them little bitty bites.
It says drop a teaspoon, but I never.
You can, and they work out pretty good that way too. For parties or taking to work or something. But you better work fast. As you can see, it's setting up.
I can't see how far that paper goes.
It's over. You're good. Put some on top of that and be fine. Alright, second time with the charm. I don't know where to put mine. I guess I'll just have to eat it. Okay.
That was your job, cleaning up the kettle.
It always was, wasn't it, Mama? Now, these are the real cookies.
I can't get that out.
Don't mess them others up with
There'll
that
be
little try.
another one for you, Dave.
See how shiny they are now and how they're holding. They're ripe this time. And they'll hold and they'll set up in about 5 minutes. And see, adding the butter keeps them from getting that chalky look like that. But these are still tender. And these will eat. And they're great. You just can't hardly get these unedible. You may not get them pretty and shiny and perfect like that, but it's hard to get them so you can't even eat them. Folks, we came on here tonight to eat a little bit of cereal and chat. We've ended up making 2 batches of cookies and chatting and chatting. Use oatmeal. This is oatmeal. That was oatmeal. This was a bowl of 2 cups of oatmeal. Yummy. Watching. Hey, Marianne. You do have to be quick spooning those out. You do. You can line a baking pan and pour it all in and cut them. Yes, you can. Angie, we've done that before too, if you want to do the little ones especially. But we've always spooned them out. Are you going to put the recipe up, Hi, John and Mama? Yes, I will post the recipe. Nola just said she would. I'll quickly read it to y'all one more time. 2 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, 1/2 cup of milk. I'll repeat that. 2 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa, 1 cup of milk. 1/2 cup of peanut butter, creamy, or you could use chunky if you want to.
You can use chunky.
2 cups of oatmeal, just plain oatmeal, right, Mama?
Well, you use the cooks in 1 minute, the quick
Oats.
oats, not the old fashioned.
Not old-fashioned, quick oats. 2 cups of oatmeal, the quick oats. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And that's all you do. You mix your sugar, your cocoa, a dash of salt, milk in a pan. Bring it to a boil for 1 minute. Remove from the heat and stir in peanut butter, oatmeal, and vanilla. Stir and mix well. Drop 5 teaspoons until onto wax paper. So Nola will post that, but that's what it is. And I get more than 1 cookie. I was just trying to bring out the bright side. These are beautiful, Mama. They're shiny.
Look good. They don't look too bad to take.
No. These are perfect. Mama wouldn't take them others, now I'm telling you.
No, I wouldn't.
If she had to stop and get a bag of Oreos, she would have done that before she'd have took
I
these
would
others.
have not took them others at all. They ain't presentable.
Come over here, Mama, and tell the folks goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
We kept these all night. We really didn't mean to.
No.
We thought quick cereal, but that's what happens when you're just living life. It just happens.
Mistakes happen.
All right, Mama, you got anything you want to add tonight?
No, I've made
Happy
enough.
Cereal Day.
Happy cereal day.
And here's you some cereal cookies.
I made enough mistakes to.
You can't, it's not like you make a mistake on it, it's just they turn out. You know, you do the same process. She did the same process. But that boiled a little harder, boiled a little longer, I don't know. It did boil a lot longer while I was stirring it, the first batch. It got hotter over there.
It was waiting too long. with the oatmeal, it's set up fast.
You was gone too long, Mama. I know.
Oh, that's my
Oh,
mistake.
short mistake. Get over here, Mama. See a little woman in there?
No, I don't see her.
There she is.
Oh.
Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you and all. Bye-bye.
Y'all have a blessed night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.